Hi everyone, this is Rob Roy and welcome to this Elliott Wave Options special market update on Bitcoin. A question I'm commonly asked is, how does Elliott Wave work on Bitcoin? Well, the answer is pretty darn well. Let's take a look at the charts. Back on January 8th, I showed this chart of Bitcoin in our regular SPY market update and noted that based on its recent vertical move, Bitcoin was currently overbought, as identified by the separation from where it was currently trading and its 10-day moving average. You've heard me say it how many times? No security in any time frame gets very far away from its 10-day moving average. I went on to say that Bitcoin likely needs to rest, perhaps consolidate, or retrace a little bit. And boom, the very next day, we correct all the way down, traded below the 10-day moving average, closing just above it. Some actually noted on the YouTube video and said, hey, was that enough of a correction for you? Well, from there, Bitcoin then went on to form a classic Elliott Wave symmetrical triangle. That was featured in the very next SPY video. And I posed the question, where do you think Bitcoin goes from here? Do we break to the downside and label this wave 4? Or do we just break from here and head up towards that potential wave 5 target right around 52,000? Well, Bitcoin did break to the downside, but just enough to label that wave 4 right at that important 38.2% Fibonacci level. It then went on to form another symmetrical triangle, really classic Elliott Wave Fibonacci stuff, setting itself up for the next impulse move to the upside. And that brings us to where we are now. Boom. Look at that. Right to that forecasted 52,000 level. In fact, today, closing exactly at 52,044. So, where do we go from here? Well, in the last video, I mentioned that once Bitcoin did reach this level of 52,000, we'd take a look at confirming indicators to see, is there enough strength left for Bitcoin to move higher from here, or does it need to rest again? My favorite confirming indicator is the DMI. Well, when you look at the DMI, you can see a little bit of divergence building here, as evidenced by these lower highs in the ADX. So as Bitcoin was moving higher, the ADX was showing each of these peaks was a little bit weaker. So the move higher was running out of steam a bit. However, the ADX is still moving to the upside, although outside of that positive directional indicator, and it's a stronger signal when the ADX is within the two directional indicators. So there's some strength there, but not a super clear indication of whether or not Bitcoin goes higher from here. Well, one of Elliott's big rules is follow the higher degree. So let's do that and see if we can come up with a clear picture of where Bitcoin may go from here. Here's the weekly chart of Bitcoin. Now the first note is it has a higher wave 5 target. This wave 5 target is up around 66,000 or so. Again, you can see the vertical nature of the move. We put the 10-day moving average on. A bit overbought, not tremendously on the weekly chart, but a little bit. If we look at the DMI, again, another indication that the move was strong, but the strongest part may be over as the ADX is above 60. That's pretty high for an ADX. Once you see it go above 60, that's about as high as you see them. And it is also outside the positive directional indicator. So yeah, very strong move, but potentially running out of steam, at least on the short term. However, could we get to that 66 level? Well, remember when we looked at the daily chart, the ADX is still moving up, so maybe just enough to reach there, and then we regroup and see if we need a bit of a correction. Let's go another degree and see if we can further clarify the picture, and here's a monthly chart. Boy, that really shows you the vertical nature of this move in Bitcoin, starting at the end of last year into the beginning of this year. Note, going all the way back to 2017, we had another nice Elliott Wave classic symmetrical triangle formation leading to this breakout. Triangles break out. That's why we look at them so often at Elliott Wave Options. So now we're sitting here, look at the 10-day moving average again. That's showing a bit more of an overbought condition. So in summary, perhaps Bitcoin can go a little bit higher, maybe up to that 66,000 level, but a little bit of backing and filling, consolidation, maybe some sideways movement is warranted here. Be interesting to see what happens. If you like this video, please hit the like button, or better yet, hit subscribe and you'll be notified immediately when one of these videos is posted. Thanks, we appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Look forward to talking to you again next time. Take care, everybody. If you like these recordings, I'd like to invite you to join our new Trade Finder Live, where each and every week we do a live webinar where we talk about the market, but we also go a little more in depth into the technical analysis system that we utilize to forecast where the market's likely going to go, and also to identify trading opportunities. Get your free subscription today. Take care, everybody.